This is Stu Ellis reporting on behalf of the Illinois Soybean Association Checkoff Program. We're in the Combine Cab with Matt Murray, Director of the Illinois Soybean Association in East Central Illinois. He's harvesting in Champaign County.
We are just a few miles south of Dewey. This is our last field of beans that we're in right now.
And how are they doing?
Pretty good. I'm not sure what the average is right now, but they seem like they're around 80 right now, just from glancing at the monitor.
You have to be happy with that, really, given the year that we've had.
Yeah, we had a really dry June and July, but this particular farm just got lucky and caught a lot of rain. So this is probably our best field. But overall, even the fields that didn't catch some of the lucky thunderstorms we did start getting rain in the middle of August and all through August. So I've been pretty pleased overall with all the beans we've cut. And we've been in beans mostly. We haven't hardly done any corn. We've just been trying to get the beans out here.
Now, when were these planted? Are these early beans?
These were planted around the 20th of May, and this is a 3.5 maturity bean.
So they're really a later planted
yes.
bean then.
Yeah,
Year.
we had a pretty wet April. We actually didn't plant anything in April. We planted a little bit on the 2nd of May, and then didn't get back in the field again until the middle of May. So we planted about everything between the 12th and 25th of May.
While we're looking at the soybean field ahead of you, I must compliment you on your weed control program. I haven't seen any weeds out here.
Well,
do you prohibit them in your soybean field?
well, we try our best, and not always successful, but we do put an awful lot of effort into it. These are enlist soybeans, so we still feel like the best, the weed control starts with your pre-emergence residual herbicides. So this had Sonic and Metribuzin down pre-emergence, and then Roundup and Enlist post-emergence. We've been really pleased with soybean weed control this year thus far.
Are you planning on making any changes for next year, or are you just real happy with this and keep going on with something that's successful?
If one of the issues we've had this year has been the availability of different things, and herbicide was one of them. I would really like to get to a post program of Liberty and Enlist, and I would have done that this year had we had better access to the Liberty herbicide. So next year I would really like for Liberty and Enlist to be our post program. I think the pre-program we will leave the same.
What has enticed you in the soybean policy and program world that the Illinois Soybean Association provides?
Well, I started off in the marketing committee, and was pretty interested in that with a lot of what the U.S. Soybean Export Council was doing. They had some real interesting stuff. So then in my second year, when I found I was more interested in the governmental side of things. So I got in the governmental relations committee, and just sort of starting to get into that. So, but I do really enjoy that aspect of it too. So I've sort of moved around a little bit to try to find what my niche is in the organization, and found it all to be pretty interesting and really worthwhile.
You're in governmental relations. You're probably going to be tied up with Farm Bill preparation here in the coming year.
Yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of talk about that. It's always changing. You have all the usual stuff, and then everything's changing with the biofuels and the renewable diesel stuff. So there's a ton going on in the governmental relations right now. The one thing that I really didn't know what I was getting into when I got onto the soybean board. I thought it was a good thing to be involved in. I wanted to see how all the the checkoff money got spent, and just be a part of being a good steward of that. And then when I got here, the statistic that I love to tell people, and I think is really important. And I think right now, for every $1 of checkoff money that gets spent, or is given by the farmer, they're getting, I think it's like $12.30 return on that $1 for the activities of Illinois Soybean and all the different organizations that are stewards of that checkoff money. And I continue to be impressed by that and want to keep working to make that an even better return on investment. But I think it's fantastic, the work that the Illinois Soybean and all the different organizations do to garner that return. I thought that was a really impressive number.
That's your soybean update. I'm Stu Ellis. To learn more about the Illinois Soybean Association and the checkoff that pays off, go to ilsoy.org.